Technology-Mediated Language Learning, a presentation by Marco Antonio Beque Hernandez, in partial fulfillment for course Education 6610, Research in Computers in the Curriculum, Memorial University of Newfoundland. The purpose of this slidecast show is to present an analysis of the theme of language learning mediated by the use of technology. Language learning through technology incorporates different approaches to the use of computers for language learning and teaching, as well as the integration of Internet technology. These two aspects are a great support to the language learning process. The use of authentic materials provides more students' engagement and interaction. The use of technology in the language learning process has brought about transformations in the way we teach at present. The roots of this transformation should be based on the constructivist learning theory. 10 sources were selected from 9 peer-reviewed educational technology journals. Due to the fact that all sources were selected from educational technology journals, all included an electronic medium. The analysis only included sources with the words language learning, technology and language learning as part of the title. The analysis included research participants, and they were conducted in 3 continents. The study selected ranged from 2004 to 2012. The studies included both qualitative and quantitative methods. 2 studies used statistical analysis, while the rest collected the data using questionnaires, interviews, and observation. Three themes emerged from the analysis of studies. Technology-mediated language learning includes the use technology has in this type of learning. Also, how effective technology can be for language acquisition. In addition to this, technology is seen as a supporting tool with language learning purposes. Technology is considered very useful in language learning because it creates motivating and engaging activities, and it includes intercultural aspects needed in any language. It has been proved that students feel motivated for the use of authentic target language and culture that websites can provide. Also, participants felt completely engaged with activities that were perceived as games in the 3-dimensional virtual worlds. By incorporating technological resources in language learning, this will allow students to actively interact with each other and develop their creativity. Technology has proved its effectiveness in the implementation of Web 2.0 platform. The implementation of this platform helped users collaboratively organize information and tools toward a given goal or activity in the language acquisition. The implementation of widgets is another example of how effective technology can be in developing the necessary communicative language skills. The functions of the website demonstrate its significant value and importance in education, especially in foreign language teaching and learning. The use of the World Wide Web provides a comprehensive collection of data that can improve the language teaching learning process. Technology has proved to bring a lot of support to language learning. The possibility of using non-desktop technologies for supporting language learning opens a variety of activities and interactions for learners. Non-desktop technologies include interactive television and mobile devices. Non-desktop interactive activities have been generally accepted by language learners in the studies. Also, interactive television has been found to be a new media technology that has a great future for language learning. The use of multimedia environments have also supported language acquisition. There are language learning tools like video-enhanced reflections that enable students to critically analyze their strong and weak areas while doing oral presentations. Technology can create authentic language learning environments where students can be exposed to real situations, and they can be able to communicate and actively interact. These environments facilitate a more learner-centered approach. Technology in language acquisition provides a more learner-centered approach compared to the traditional way of teaching. The design and implementation of collaborative virtual environments in language learning classes had an impact on changes to the motivation and engagement in educational settings. The use of technology can also highlight the existing connection between language and culture. Technology-enhanced language learning has brought about transformations in the lesson plans, textbook activities, and curriculum into computer-assisted language learning exercises with great efficiency. Technology-mediated language learning provides the opportunity to actively collaborate and interact with the members of the group more efficiently, and these engaging and interactive technological environments also develop students' critical thinking. The analysis suggested that there have been significant changes in the way teaching has evolved in the last few years, with the rapid growth of technology applied to language learning. From the analysis, some implications emerged. The first implication indicates that students should be provided with more direct instruction before working with problem-solving activities on the web to ensure that learners are familiar with the new technological resources they have. The other implication has relation to the way language is delivered. It has been proved that the current instructional method of language delivery needs to be changed to a more constructivist approach by using a three-dimensional online learning environment. This approach will allow students to achieve the language proficiency and will encourage learners to actively collaborate in the language learning process. There were some factors that may have affected the findings' reliability in the studies. The first one was the use of very small sample sizes. Another limitation was the lack of heterogeneous sampling. There were also cases where previous studies needed to be conducted in order to support the current research. Another limitation was the lack of generalization in the studies. The analysis was also constrained to only 10 studies. Also, further research is required as a way to improve the analysis.